All politics is local, as the saying goes, and I'm a big fan of that. The thing that annoys you the most isn't some great law that gets passed or some kind of program. What really affects you is whether you open the tap and water runs out, or you drive into a pothole, or the street lights don't work. Right? It's stuff that's around you that's most important. And our weakness in South Africa is local government. And never has this been on greater show than in the Auditor-General's report on local government, which came out this week. And it is a horror show. Right now, just listen to this. We've got 8 metros in South Africa, and only one metro gets a clean audit, and that's in Cape Town. Every other metro has gone down and is basically getting audits that are qualified or worse. What does that mean? It means that they can't even, it doesn't just mean that they're stealing money. It means that their books don't reflect what's gone on in that particular metro. You're talking about a city. Johannesburg sits with a budget, an annual budget of 82 billion rand. And they can't produce a set of books to accurately reflect the money that comes in and the money that goes out. We keep on hearing that, Action SA is doing so well in the city of Tshwane. Well, they used to have a clean audit 2 years ago, last year. Now they don't. They've got a qualified audit. Unauthorized expenditure that's up by 3 billion rand. This is the poster child for Action SA's governance that governs Tshwane together with the ANC and the EFF. All the other metros are governed by ANC, EFF, and other people. The unauthorized expenditure in Johannesburg alone, nearly 3 billion rand, 2.76 billion, right? Nelson Mandela Bay, which is a small metro, unauthorized expenditure of 1.44 billion. Now, it raised the question, what was the big fight about raising VAT about when you've got billions being wasted in local government? Billions. If the Minister of Finance is serious about money, he wouldn't allow this kind of mess. That's really emanating from his own party. So what does he want to do? Instead of fixing up this mess, he increases taxes. It's mad, it's crazy, it's ridiculous. Listen to some more about this. The government funds the central government, i.e. the Treasury, the Minister of Finance, and through the provincial authorities, all the way down to local government level, has what they call projects. These are approved projects. In other words, if you're going to build a road from A to B, the road doesn't exist, that's a project. Or you're going to build a bridge, or you're going to do whatever you do. These are usually in the fields of electricity, housing, roads, water, and sanitation. 113 approved projects. 59 of the 113 approved projects have been delayed, or they are just not happening. Do you think deposits have already been paid? Do you think money's already transacted? Absolutely. We're not talking about projects that haven't happened or haven't started. They've been started, there's been money that's paid, but for some reason the projects aren't completed. In the small municipalities, we've got 31.8 billion rand of unauthorized expenditure. Why did the minister want to raise VAT? Because he needed to raise 70 billion rand. Well, there's half of your money just there. Right? 49 out of 247 municipalities, that's how many we've got in South Africa. More than 20%. Have got concerns over whether they can actually be classified as going concerns. In other words, if they were a business, they would be liquidated. Right? There is absolutely no consequence management. And if ever parties deserve to get voted out, it's for those that run local government and steal your money. So if you live in a metro or municipality that doesn't have a qualified audit, you need to consider who you vote for in the next election. Thank you for joining us.